Alright, let's talk a little bit about some of the creative effects that you can use in Audacity. Now, there are a number of these you can experiment with and have a lot of fun with, but one of the ways that I like to experiment is on the tail end of an audio clip. I think it gives us a chance to really hear how these effects sound. So I love to use delays. There are a number of ways that you can do that. What I have here is a little MP3 file that I've imported into Audacity and chopped up into a little 2-second clip. And when you listen to it, it sounds just like that. A very choppy sort of sound, and I want to do something with the very end of this. So I'm going to scroll over the very end of the track. And what you'll notice when I come up here to Effect is I'm going to add a fade out. Now, normally when you add a fade out, we use that for editing purposes, and it makes either the beginning or the end of the track sound a lot smoother. Again, when I play this back, you'll hear it sounds a little better. So, the first thing I'm going to do to add the delay-based effect is I'm going to scroll over that same section that I applied the fade out to. I'm going to come up here to Effect, and I'm going to come down to where it says Delay. Now, when I add the delay, there are a number of ways that we can change the parameters. The one that is really good to start with is just the regular type of delay. And you can also change the pitch, you can change the tempo so it aligns with your song a little better. But right now I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm going to hit OK. Now when you take a look at the waveform, what you'll see is essentially like a little copy of this fade out gradually getting softer in its duration. When I play it back, it sounds pretty cool. And it creates this sort of skipping effect that you hear a lot in modern music. And we can keep it as is, or one of the other ways that's really interesting is to add a little reverberation to this trail of delay sounds. Now, one of the things I can do is I can come up here to Effect, and I can come down to where it says Reverb. And Audacity has a number of nice little templates that you can use. You can pick one that you like. I'm going to go ahead and pick Cathedral, just to really listen to this as a change in context. If we listen to the whole track now, you'll hear that the delay has a lot of reverb on it and doesn't sound quite as skipping. It not only adds a really interesting texture, but it also kind of smooths out the delay itself. Now, if you don't want that, if you just want to keep the skip as it is, that can work really well too. I like this as an example because I think it gives you a chance to really hear how the delay sounds in context. So in the next video we'll talk about some other effects, but I hope that you find this useful. One of the ways to really experiment with the use of effects is on the end or the very beginning of the track itself.